Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to WCFL Dolphins Talk. Welcome to everybody on Huddle Sports Network, IG, Facebook, and YouTube. This is Dolphin Winners, and we are joined today by my brother from another mother, Shake Money. We are here to just sit there and discuss what happened, what we saw on the first preseason game against the Atlanta Falcons, and what we expect this upcoming week coming against the Washington Commanders. That will be Saturday at home at the Hard Rock Stadium. So, Shake, what's going on? What's on your mind, brother?
Oh, not much, man. Just here, enjoying life.
Hey, man, listen, we finally got no humidity up here in the north. Up north, it's beautiful, 80 degrees, nice breeze blowing, sunshine. Finally, the humidity went down for us, but we know we're going to get another heat wave up here. It's not over yet by any means. So,
Yeah,
ladies
yeah.
and
It
gentlemen.
isn't over until like October.
Absolutely. Actually, up here, dude, it's been like almost like November, December. It's not hasn't been cold. Raphael Cartwright, what's going on? So the people that are coming in, the link is posted up top. If you guys like to join us, please let us know. We'll be on until 6 p.m. today. Papa Paul will be joining us later, and Tom O'Gara will be joining us later as well. So, what you think of the first preseason game against Atlanta, brother? You have any thoughts on it?
I don't know. I thought of the first preseason game like I think of the first preseason game every year. Oh well, it is what it is. Uh, I mean, you have second teams playing each other. They're the second team for a reason. So at the end of the day, not to mention they haven't played any significant football since January. So a lot of people, you can't expect everybody to jump in the fray right away, looking sharp and crisp.
Welcome, Mr. Falk. What's going on, good brother? How are you this evening?
Well, okay, Dolphin winners and Shake.
Speak up a little bit, Mr. Falk. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. Good to see you. Good to see you on here, man. Definitely. Just Shake was sitting there talking about what his assessment of the first preseason game. I'm gonna ask you the same question: what you thought about everything, what you seen, and little things.
Okay, Shake finished.
I think
Yes,
so.
sir. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I said was, yeah. You can't expect them to look like they did in you know you can't expect somebody to look good from 7 months off of football.
yeah, but it's just the first training camp. So, I mean, not training camp or preseason game. So, I'm quite sure the coaches see some good things and they see some things that we got to straighten up. So, just got to leave it in their hands and move forward.
Right. I mean, definitely, I fully understand what both of you guys are saying, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, Skylar looked okay, but Mike White looked like a deer in headlights. He didn't look good at all. Um, I like the little promises that we saw from the running back that we drafted. Right, he looked really good.
Yeah,
Moved the ball efficiently, and Patrick Paul looked pretty good as well. And you're right, Shake. It is second string, first game back, a whole bunch of timing and stuff like that. But I tell people honestly, I mean, I understand that, but you have off-season training for that. You have training camp for that, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I after what I seen, I hope we look. Well, week two, we'll get a chance to see the starters, and that's what I'm excited about. We'll get to see Tua and Waddle and Hill maybe for at least a series or two. At least we get to see some of them play on the game. So, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see them in what's the name in the what's the name game. The third game we might see them for a little bit also, but probably not much. because they don't want to risk injuries. We had a couple of injuries during the game on what's the name on both sides from Miami and Atlanta. It was unfortunate a linebacker went down for Atlanta. He his body went one way, his leg went another, and it's just unfortunate that happens. Doesn't matter what game it is, preseason or regular season. It's just unfortunate. So, and then we have also an offensive lineman that went out with the Achilles tear. So that's unfortunate for us. He'll miss the whole 24. Was it Keon Smith, correct?
Yes, it was Keon Smith.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate that we'll be losing him for the 2024 2025 season. So, but yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we're gonna look like going against Washington because, like I said, we'll at least get a chance to see our starters, and that means a lot. So we'll see if the timing is down and all that stuff, and you know concerns on offensive line. That's one of my major concerns. I know it's preseason, but you got to think even in practice and even in preseason, we still got to be efficient.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and there was a couple like I said, there was a few players that sort of flashed and shine and what have you. Um, Leonard Payne the, on the defensive side shine, plus some other players and what have and what have you. So just like you said, just wait and see what's going to happen with the starters coming in.
Right.
Yeah. So it was interesting though. It was interesting, and then the O line at doing certain points of the game looked okay.
It did. It did. Driscoll. They had Driscoll at center at one point. And they had also Eichenberg at center also. So I mean, I understand it's the first game, but it's like it's still a little concern, that we don't have a bona fide center at that position. Um, and it kind of worries me. I know they're trying different things. I know that's how things are going to be for the next. What's the name? What's going on, Joe Risk? We appreciate you joining us, Scotty. What's going on, Raphael? What's going on? Everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button. Go right over to YouTube and hit that joint for us real quick. We appreciate all the support that we can get. Um, yeah, man. I have a little uneasiness for our offensive line. I mean, that's something that we've been talking about every single season, Mr. Paul. O line is a very, very increment part and very important part of this team. So you can have all the playmakers in the world. If you can't get the ball to them, it doesn't matter. So with that being said, to me, I just want some consistency. Don't get me wrong that you're going to get a couple plays that the players are going to get through. Don't matter how good our offensive line is. But as long as you can give this man time to get rid of the ball, we'll be successful. But if you don't give Tua time to get rid of the ball, it's going to be a problem. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter who you got at tight end, wide receiver, running back. It doesn't matter after that point. They don't give them the time, it's definitely gonna be a problem. Hooked up Joe, what's going on, ladies, gentlemen? Yo, the link is up there, man. If you guys want to join us, please hit the link. Come on up. We got about 51 minutes left, so if you want to come up and talk, come holler at us.
Yeah,
So,
come on up.
but
But yeah, I mean, Dolphins, you're absolutely right. Um, because really, basically, since the season started, even though we went and picked up Brewer, the center position has always been my concern. And then,
right,
like I said, we lost some key players on the offensive line. So yeah, I mean, it should definitely be a concern. And I'm hoping, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm hoping that with Butch Berry that maybe he can work his little magic and get the line going. But we just like I said, we just gotta wait and see. But it is a concern. Definitely
right.
is a concern.
Well, you know what's funny, Mr. Paul? When we had you on the panel the other day, I'm surprised you didn't mention one thing the other day. And I actually got off the stream on, I think, Sunday. And I sat there and kind of chuckled. And I said, damn, Mr. Polk forgot to mention one person that we had a sighting of, and he looked pretty good. We had a Chris Brooks sighting on Friday.
Yes, and and really the Chris Brooks, Wright, and
Hmm.
Jeff Wilson, look pretty well. But with
Yes,
Chris Brooks, when if you really look at Chris Brooks, the way he looks when he runs his ball, he runs like he has a chip on his shoulder.
right.
He runs like he definitely has a chip on his shoulder. So it's a good to me. It's a good issue to have because we have Mustard, we have A Chain, we have Wright, and then we have Brooks. Then you got Jeff Wilson, Jr. And then we got one of the best, to me, the best fullback in the NFL with Engel. So it's a good problem to have.
I want to welcome my brother from another mother, Tom O'Gara, to the show. What's going on, Tom? How you feeling, brother?
What's up, everybody?
What's
You
up,
good?
Tom?
Chilling. What up, baby?
How's life been treating you, man?
Busy, but it's nice today. It's not like
Yeah,
90 billion degrees and shit.
right?
Enjoying it.
Facts.
It's
So
either
you
been
get a chance.
raining like hell or super fucking hot.
Hey, look, I'll this right here, dude. Sunday and today, I think I'll take this the rest of the summer.
Every
This
day.
right here is every single day. I don't mind this at all. It's like Mr. Paul. I'll be honest with you. Y'all can have the humidity. Y'all can have this. Y'all can have all of that. What we got right now, it is literally
Perfect.
the perfect weather. 5 to 10 mile an hour breeze. Sun is shining. It's up like a little partly cloudy, but it's comfortable.
Hmm.
It's so nice.
So,
Yeah, we got we
Just
do you get a chance?
guys, we got used to it.
it's just nice.
Oh man, you
I
can't.
did.
That's what I'm saying.
You talking about Friday? I watched Friday like
Yeah.
about a quarter and a half, a little bit. And then I saw some highlights
Okay.
after that. I
Right.
mean, there was some good and there was some bad, of course. We still need to hear about what's happening with Brewer. If it's a broken hand, he's out between 4 and 6 because it's his actual
Right.
snapping hand. If it's
Right.
just a sprain, we got 4 weeks till week 1, so he'll be all right if it's just a sprain. But if it's a broken hand, it's a little bit concerning.
Correct.
I knew that Keon Smith tore his ACL immediately. I don't know why he wasn't wearing a brace, but you could see when he got rolled up on and then planted, and another guy went right over top. I was like, oh, that's popped. He's done.
Right.
Jeff Wilson looked good.
Yes.
Tanner Connor looked good. Hopefully he's okay.
Yes.
I think we'll carry 3 tight ends, and with Fortson just dealing with that little bit of an injury. He left the game with injury too, I think.
Mhm.
If Connor can get healthier quicker, then I feel like you have your 3 right there. Connor, Smythe,
Right.
and Jonnu. Jonnu looked good today in practice. There was a couple of nice dots. I'm pretty sure we saw that too. A back shoulder corner of the end zone. It was pretty as hell.
That's what's up.
We're getting some of the other guys back. It was good seeing Phillips come back today. They're definitely going to
Yeah.
slow him down a little bit. He'll ramp it up, but they're going to try to take it easy, be cautious with it. But he looks good. He looks fluid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. The way he was running the other week, doing full sprints, he looked like he's back. But I just like everybody else, man. Like you can say you're ready, but is your body ready? See, it's a big difference. Like you might feel like mentally, oh, I can go. I can do, but your body might say, look, I might need just a little bit more time to heal. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So my whole
Yeah.
thing is, I think they're monitoring him as closely as possible, so he doesn't do any further damage. Praying he doesn't. So I think it would be lovely if he can come back week 1, but if he doesn't come back like week 2, week 3, I'm not mad at that at all. That's just for precautionary measures, and I can understand that.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he needs to go back on the PUP for the 4-week minimum. He'll be
Right.
back before week 4, if anything. I definitely agree. Either if it's not 1, 2, or 3, absolutely. Chubb, they're going to be a little more cautious about because it was 9 months exactly for Phillips, and that was on Thanksgiving. Chubb's was on New Year's Day. I wouldn't be surprised if he came back after week 4 either.
Right.
He's not doing as much running and stuff as Phillips, like laterally at least. You know what I mean? The important part for Phillips is that burst, especially him. He'll be standing up this year in this defensive scheme, so that'll help. But that first step, is usually his most important step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I no, go ahead.
No, go ahead, you're good.
No, because like I said, when in that game when he got hurt, he was actually in the stand-up position when he made that move and hurt himself. So just like you said, well, seeing how Coach McDaniel's been doing in the past, he's gonna bring him along cautiously.
Do we like the wing? That's what I've been saying all summer. They're going to run the 2 tight end set in the red zone. You saw a lot of that in practice last couple of days. And then the wing formation with the double tight with someone going. You're going to send a guard, and you're going to send the tight end over, and you're going to have Jalen Wright, Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane, right off the ass cheek off the side,
Mm-hmm.
swing it. It's going to look nice.
Right. Wright
If
looked
they
really
can
good.
get like levels to this, he did. If they can get levels to this and make it so balanced and just they're unpredictable as it is with so much speed. But then everyone sees what happens. Michael run, and then stop. Defenses pick up on that too. That's why they drop the extra safety down and have a 5th linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike just needs to make those last, stick with your gut, bro. Don't try to get cute. You always try to get cute on things.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that for a minute. Like, stop being
Like
cute.
outsmart himself.
Right. Start smacking people in their mouth. Like, that's what you want. Like, you want it. All right, 3rd and 1. If you going to go run, you go heavy set. You got Ingo back there. You got either Mostert or a Chan back there. Man, run that fucking rock, bro. Like, come on. Let's go. Because I'm going to be honest with you. For you to run your system, it does consist of running the rock. You got, and I ain't going to lie. I was about to lose my shit. I think it was in the first quarter where I seen the ball. It was like a backwards pass, and I'm just like, here the fuck we go. Yo, man, I was like,
the first one was
what?
terrible. The second one was better, but the first one was fucking horrible.
Oh man, I was like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, what are we
Raiders
doing?
Vibes. That Raiders run. Oh my god! I was like, what are we doing?
And not on that, and not in the red zone. In fact,
oh right.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mr. Paul. I was like, oh no. I was just like, not again, like not this. Lewis, what's going on, Lewis? I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, man, I'm like this. I'm excited for Saturday's game because we get a chance to see our starters for the first time this season. I'm thinking maybe a quarter, if that, depending on what the coaches decide. They might decide they might play 2-3 series and then pull them or see what they need to see, and then just pull them for precautionary reasons. They don't want to have any injuries or stuff. So
I wonder if they take a chance, like the few teams that you've seen have their starters go, and that really determines everything. Like Jordan Love, 4 passes? He had a 65-yarder in the first one, 4 plays. Like if it goes like that, then great, get him out immediately.
Right. Yeah,
because you can run it with these fringe guys that are fighting for starting spots. Like it won't be an issue having Eichenberg maybe go a quarter, Robert Jones maybe going a quarter, Driscoll going a half, Kendall Lamb going a half. But yeah, I definitely don't want Austin Jackson out there that long. I don't want Hill out there. Don't want Waddle out there. Don't want Tua out there. Don't want David Long out there. Don't want Holland out there. You know what I mean? Let these positional battle players go and fight for their spots. Like your key battles at this point are going to be wide receiver. Who's going to be your 5? You're going to keep 6. Your running back, you're going to keep 4. You're going to keep 5. Your D lineman, are you going to keep 6, 7, or more? What's going to happen at the back end with the corners? You're really going to keep 8 corners just because of versatility and 2 guys can play safety. Look at how bad did everyone hate these draft picks? But for some reason, it seems that the 4 that are played look pretty damn good.
Dude, I enjoy it. I'll be honest with you. I never sat there. I didn't know much about a lot of the draft picks because, like I said, Mr. Pope knows more about college football because he loves the game of football. So he just watch whatever. So with that being said, he has more knowledge and you have more knowledge on the college game than I ever will because I don't follow college football. So you guys have watched these men play in college before they got to this level. So when I sat there and see who we have, I'm like, okay, I might look them up on YouTube to see what they did in college. And then I'm doing that perception just off of plays. So to be able to see what we're having now in person, Patrick Paul had a great game. Wright had a really, oh man, I enjoyed that because they was like, I actually had Eagle fans that watched our game, and he was like, "Yo, who's that running back that y'all drafted?" I said, "Not Jeff Wilson." He said, "No, no, no, no." He said, "The young bull, Wright." I said, "Yeah." He said, "He's fast." He said, "He's very fast. He has an explosiveness of him." I said, "Yeah, I know." He said, "Y'all don't need any more speed." I said, "Yeah, we do." I
Pulled that
said, "Why not?"
about face, looking like Reggie Bush in his prime, pulling that about face
Yeah,
right, going all the way back left. It's like that shit's
yeah.
frowned upon, but if it works, okay, young man.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, that
Um,
burst of speed. Good grief. Man,
Grayson
that
Murphy
thing
looked good
had
before he
my
got
eyes
hurt.
pop.
Hopefully that's
Mm-hmm.
not bad because he was decent.
Scott, Scotty, I dropped the link, Scotty. If you want to come up, we got about 40 minutes left. You want to come up for a bit, man? Come on up. You can sit there, like I said, like the other day, put your screen up. I'll let you do your thing. We'll sit there and talk about it. I love to hear it. So, but and shout out to Pedro. What's going on, Pedro? Appreciate you, brother. So definitely, but yeah, I'm definitely excited. And like I was telling Mr. Pope, I said we had a Chris Brooks sighting. I really enjoyed seeing him on the field. After I was there at that game, I was at that Carolina game where he got hurt. That was sad. I was that just hurt me. It was bad.
Right. I mean, we just got talent all over the place.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Hmm.
depth's an issue for the interior. I know that, that's been the thing. That's the only thing that people could really say it. But it's like kind of hard to say it in round two that you went for Patrick Paul instead of going JPJ, needing a center and not knowing what was going on with your center situation, being thin there. But you got a possible bookend for the next 15 years if this kid keeps developing the way he is, or the way we're hoping he's going to, rather. You can't teach the size. I mean, even the rave reviews from all of the staff, Armstead included, and then you see the product in limited time. Obviously, he's
Right.
so big, he's going to have to work on his technique and his hands and staying low, but my man can maul.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's good. That's good to see. It's always good to see that. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, and then my thing with Chris Brooks is, like I said, once we get in that red zone and that on third down and short, that's the time to put him in. Put him in situations like that. And see, the good thing is this: we have him, and then we have, like I said, we have Mustard, A Chain, and Wright. So man, with those four, and then if you want to keep Jeff Wilson, put him on. You can put him on the practice squad, and then we also have Ingle. So,
Mm-hmm.
as far as our running game go, we had the talent there. And then my biggest battle is, like I said, it's a tight end room because I've been interested in that ever since we've been pulling the players in. What's up, Papa Paul?
Hey, Papa
Hi,
Paul.
how you doing? I was having trouble even getting in with my own phone. I had to turn it off, delete history on my browser, and everything.
Jeez, that's
You're
wild.
good, though.
Well, I'm happy to have you on, brother. Definitely, it's good to see you on.
Yeah. Thank you for getting things started, my brother. What are we talking about at this point?
I mean, Mr. Polk just made a point. You could repeat it, Mr. Polk.
No, I was saying that we have talent in the running back roster with Mustard, A Chain, Wright, Brooks, and then Jeff Wilson didn't look bad, and then we got our fullback Ingle, and then my biggest thing, like I mentioned this a little while ago, is interesting is to me it's a tight end room. I just want to see how that develops, for with the preseason and when the regular season starts.
Yeah, imagine though if we had Hill and Waddle as wideout, we had Mostert and the Chan in the backfield, along with like Julian Hill for blocking. And then you have your O line and your quarterback. That's 11 people right there. Your defense isn't going to know what to do because they're not going to have a clue where the ball is going to go.
Hey,
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Mike's got some new shit up his sleeve.
of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
of
Innovators
course.
keep innovating. You know what I mean? Just
Hmm.
like
yeah,
all these
most
young guys,
definitely.
Shanahan, McVay, LaFleur. D'Amico's going to get a lot more guidance this year from the offensive side. I mean, Stroud makes his job easier, but the AFC is friggin' loaded. They have a great conference.
Mhm.
But
The AFC,
I don't
I'm
know.
like
I
this.
don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if you saw the article. I don't know if we're going to keep Brewer.
Why not? Who else are we gonna have?
Well, I don't know. There's talk about using Eichenberg, but Mike himself said that it's a silver lining to see things going on now instead of in week 8 or 9.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he said that though, just because it's like at least you're now being able to prepare before having 3 days, 4 days before a game, having a band-aid, a new center in there, versus now having a month before the season starts to get him ready and adjusted. If he needs to be called upon, he can be ready. You have too much money tied up in Brewer for at least 1 year to cut him. There's a 3-year 21. I think there's 13 guaranteed. So, I mean, it's not like an astronomical amount to
Okay.
eat. But I think they spread it. They added 2 void years. Either one, the second or third, could be voids. He's only making like $1.5 million this year, and then it's like 6 point something, 6 point something. I mean, you could eat it if you wanted to. I mean, I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's just the way it sounded to me. Just, of course, I'm reading the article. The way the article was written, it seemed like he'd rather find it out now that it's not going to work than down the road.
That's true. Could be. We were just saying that it's not a broken hand. If it's a broken hand, it's going to cost him 4 to 6 weeks. We might not see him until like week 3 or 4. Which in that case, God bless Tua with Eichenberg. I mean, hopefully he can get better, but he's shaky as hell.
The thing is, I also think Phillips is going to be back for week 1.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. How Tom brought that up on how impressive he looks. I was sitting there saying that I wouldn't be upset if they kept him out, but he, like Tom said, he should start by at least week 2, week 3 at the latest, maybe. Because
I think they might keep him out for the Jaguars and let him start with Buffalo.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
But I tell you what, Coach Weaver said it himself when he was asked about Phillips. Coach Weaver said he's a freak.
Yeah,
He is
That's good.
He is that.
Moving lateral quick. He's got a little bit of a burst. You know, he's gonna take a little more time, but not to him. To him, he's ready to go. Everybody else is gonna be like, dude, slow. We know you're an animal. Slow. We need you for December, January, and hopefully February. Slow.
Well, I know.
That's the important thing. Is I'd rather have some minor injuries now and nothing at the end of the year, really.
Right. We don't want to do what we had going through and getting guys that were sitting at home and having to sign them for a playoff game. Like, injuries are a part of the game regardless, no matter what. But the last thing we need is that, and it's a marathon. We all know this. It's a 21 week marathon, basically. Think about it like that. So, I tell everybody that. I mean, I'm including the All-Star game in that. That's why I say 21 weeks instead of 20. So, with that being said, I hope we can sit there and stay healthy. I hope we can sit there and be very executive. We can execute and do what we're supposed to do. And like I told everybody, my main concern is just that offensive line. I'll say this: Coach Berry did a phenomenal job last year. And I'm not questioning that he won't do a phenomenal job this year, because I really believe that he did a very good job, and I think he's going to do a better job this year. So this is just, I might be just jumping the gun. I know it's preseason. I know I got to just chill out, relax. But, as a fan, you're going to worry about things like that.
I mean, we all have to do that. We all do it. I mean, we all tend to jump the gun even when we say we're not going to.
Facts.
I mean, I've been, like I said, ever since the season was over with and we picked up players, that was still my concern at the center spot, and it still is right now. So, it's not being negative on our team. It's just a concern that's not going away until we see some kind of improvement. I mean, that's natural. That's this is our team.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's we're always going to worry. For the fact of the matter, one, we're not there. We're not in the coach's room. We're not seeing everything that's going on. We're only seeing small bits and portions. And until we see them in the regular season game and see how things are actually producing, we're going to worry our butts off about it.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, Paul, how excited I am about Saturday. The starters will be playing on Saturday against the Commanders at the Hard Rock, and what can we expect from the starters and different things like that? What combinations that we might see, because I like this. We're not going to see OBJ till week 1. I already know that for a fact. I don't expect to
Yeah.
see him suit up or anything until week 1, and I expect that because that's
And he's still on the pup.
right.
Yeah, bubble wrap him, bubble wrap Armstead,
That's what I'm
bubble
about to
wrap
say.
Eric
Armstead.
Waddle.
Mhm.
Yeah,
At least
buddy.
those three
Waddle.
right now.
We get a healthy 100% Waddle. You guys got to remember that because remember last year this time he came into we came into camp already injured and he
Yeah.
played through it as much as he could.
Yeah. Yep.
He
So
was doing that
he's all
at his college days in Alabama. When he hurt his ankle, he was trying to get back into the game, even though he was playing hurt. That just Waddle's character. He's not gonna just if you get hurt, he's not gonna just give up. He's gonna try to come back as soon as he can.
He came back from like a 6 to 10 week injury in 3 weeks to play the national championship game. Shit was crazy. I feel like that
Yeah.
season, though, in itself, if he was healthy, he probably would have won Heisman over Devontae Smith because the numbers were better prior to the injury, and then Smith completely took over as their 1A option as soon as Waddle went down.
Exactly, Tom. Exactly.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's like we said the other day. With Armstead, you want him to be healthy all year, but knowing his history, it's not a matter of if he stays healthy. It's a matter of when he gets injured.
What's up, Jaconda? What's good with you, brother?
What's good?
No, right, real quick, gentlemen. We want to give a shout out. Usually, Papa Paul does a Chef Jew commercial. Just shout out to Chef Jew and his luxurious cuisines, pastries, cakes. The man can cook almost anything and everything, sugar-free stuff. If you sit there and talk to him, he's in the Miami-Dade area, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miami-Dade, Palm Beach area.
There you go. If you're in the Miami-Dade and West Palm Beach area, hit up Chef Jew. He'll definitely sit there and cook up something for you. Promise that. Shout out Chef Jew. Shout out to my brother. Peace, love, friends out to you, brother. So, but back to what we were saying, which I remember a little bit, not a lot. I'm hitting one of your numbers, Paul. I got a brain fart just a minute ago.
Y'all not the only
You're
one.
getting old, Saul. You're getting old.
Look, I'll take that one. I'll take that one on the chin. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh, the wife just said injury.
But one of y'all mentioned earlier about Coach McDaniels developing more plays. He has to because the last 2 seasons have been more of a repeat of each other. So in order for in order for us to make it over that hump, he has to come up with more plays, more schemes, and then just like y'all mentioned, if the running game is working, stick with it. Don't
Well,
move away
and
from it. Don't become too finesse.
that's something that bothered me in the preseason game the other night. Is we're 3rd and goal, 4th and goal, and he was trying to pass it when he should have just really ran it in.
Agreed.
Yeah, give it to
Agreed.
Chris. Give it to Jeff Wilson
Yep.
or
Any of
Wright.
Those are
them.
big bodies.
Right.
Any of
That,
them, really.
That's
yeah.
another
I
thing,
mean,
too. Like, Wilson wasn't healthy to start the year last year either, and he missed time.
Right.
Because the year prior, we
Right.
leaned on him a lot. Him and Ahmed, a lot. We leaned on in 21. I mean, he's still a shifty back, and he's a big back. He's got some size to him. I think he's like 6'2", 240, 230, something like that. So I understand the upside. And another good thing about him is similar with Mostert, is that both guys had injuries that kind of made him miss time, and they're both 30, 31, 32, and not a lot of tread on the tires, especially now the game has developed and it's more committee. You're not going to have a horse back there as much as you used to. I mean, there are a few, granted, Derrick Henry's still up there, and there's others, but, you know, you want to have two good guys, maybe three, sometimes four. And our offense fits at least 3 to 4 guys because you can do too many different schemes with them. You saw
Right.
Malik Washington, our rookie wide receiver, was running the easy routes that we saw in the first preseason game last year, the end around, the little trick plays. Kid can do a
Yeah.
lot from the slot. If he can help us in the slot when Beckham's not in there or on the other side in the trips, it'd be, you know, all our rookies shine that played. And I'm excited to see what Chop brings to the table, too.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
Absolutely. That you're right. Chop is the man. That was definitely on my mind because that's exactly what I can't wait to see. That's who I can't wait to see. Definitely.
Well,
Kamara's nicked up, too, right now.
I don't know who it was. It might have been you. Might have even said something the other day, or it might have been Scotty, Mr. Polk. But someone was saying that they don't think any of the UDFA's make the team this year.
Oh no, that wasn't me.
That
I'd
might be
never say that.
Scotty. I think Scotty on Sunday said something like that before I got off.
Yeah.
Bell.
No, I wouldn't say that because I've seen UDAs in the past. That's one thing I will say that the Dolphins have been good with the past few years, and is picking UDAs that sometimes make it on the team. So no, I'd never say that. Mm-mm.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you. There's been a lot of. We have had very good luck with UDFA's.
And Scotty said it was him. He said not this 53.
I think we'll keep Bell, and I think we'll try to put Maitre, Storm Duck, Murphy, and a couple other guys on a practice squad if we can keep them. Obviously, have to make it through waivers, but that's, I think, what we're at. I kind of agree.
Well, McMorris was one that was all over the place, and he's one that we drafted on the 7th round.
Mhm.
And Storm Duck was all over the place on Friday night as well, but he's a UDFA.
Right.
And I still say I want him on the team just for the name.
So we have a duck, a cheetah, a bottle, or a penguin.
You know.
And also kudos to Scotty because I've seen Scotty on other platforms. He has a good knowledge of football. So Scotty, I'm glad that you are over here with us here on WCFL. So kudos to you, my brother.
Definitely.
No, we appreciate him. He was great having on the other day. I mean, we extended the show a little bit, but I still had to call it, shorter than I really wanted to, only because I had to go to my mother-in-law's birthday party.
Yeah, I know. I know Bell is an UDFA. I realized that after he was the draftee in 19, Scotty. Raphael, I didn't know that Murphy was done for the year. I was unsure what they were going to do. I know he left the game in the immobilization cast, or he came back. He left the game, came back, then left the stadium in the immobilization cast. I wasn't sure how the extent of his injury. Maybe we can get him for like a futures because the kid flashed and he's got potential out of UCLA. He was on the other side of Lofa Latifi, whatever, the guy that went top 10 to the Colts or 11 to the Colts.
Okay.
Yeah, I still see. I think we all agree there's going to be a lot of moves made in the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would expect nothing less.
I mean, tomorrow's the 13th. We got 2 weeks from tomorrow when we go down to the 53-man.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when you're going to start seeing moves because some of these teams are going to be dropping players that could actually fit our team.
Yeah.
Some kind of capacity.
Absolutely.
Do any of you guys think we'll get a different backup quarterback at all?
I think we do.
It's possible. I think they'll let him ride, though, just to give him the most amount of time and then bring somebody in either that last week or bearing injury, keep one of the two, and then bearing injury, see what happens from there.
Because I seen
No one's really
I seen an
jumping to get
article.
Tannehill right now.
Yeah, I seen an article with a lot of different names that we could pick up as far as a backup quarterback. Besides Tannehill, there was Mariota, Heineck.
Heineke, yeah, you'd
Um,
have to see these teams might cut them too, because you don't want to have to trade for anybody that's like a fringe guy either, you know. But I did see
yeah.
Heineke was on there, Mariota.
Yeah, I
So
posted that article on Dolphin Nation 305 administrators, and which Dolphin winners it's over and running good. Yeah, I posted that today on there, that article.
yeah,
Appreciate
okay.
you.
I just thought it was interesting, all the different names that I recognize and stuff, and yeah, it's a possibility, and that's if they get released. A lot of them.
I mean, granted, you could have depending if the Cowboys or Browns keep three, you could have either a Trey Lance or Cooper Rush get dropped from that as their 2 or 3. You could have Jameis or Dorial Robinson Thompson get dropped to the Browns, depending on how that shakes out. There's a couple of vets out there that you might be able to get.
And Russell
Right.
Wilson was mentioned in that article as well.
Yes, he was. Yes,
I believe
Russell
he's
Wilson
firmly
was.
locked in, but yeah, he definitely was. I believe he's
See,
locked in.
it's so funny that y'all mentioned that because now I got NFL Plus also. So I'm probably when I get off of here, I'm gonna go downstairs, start watching some of these other preseason games and see what they look like. To see what that's one game I'm gonna be interested in because I want to see what Russell Wilson looked like if he played this past preseason game. So I want to look and see who played that game and see how the progression was going, different things like that. So, because I'm looking at some of
I don't
the
think he played, but I know that Fields had 2 fumbles. Like he did some good and some bad. And Tom was Tom on always how his look is, and we'll give it to you straight. He was like, it kind of negated a lot of the good that he did, but there's flashes of goodness there, and Russell's still our number 1.
right. Got about 18 minutes. 18 minutes, guys. Just want to let you guys know.
Yeah,
Everybody,
make
please
sure.
hit that like and subscribe. We appreciate you. Thanks to the 16 people that's looking at us right now. So,
17 now.
oh shucks, 17 people. So
Hey, we'll
appreciate
take everybody. We appreciate everyone
you.
looking at us, even if it's only for a minute.
Absolutely, definitely. So. Yeah, it's going to be some interesting scenarios, not just for the Miami Dolphins, but all across the NFL, especially here in Philadelphia with Fangio being their head coach, being their defensive coordinator, and the head coach things between the quarterback and the head coach here in Philly. That's kind of a little bit of a debacle if they got things squared away or whatever, because if they don't have things squared away, I can promise you this, the head coach is going to be gone before Hurts is gone. They just gave Hurts a crap load of money. So if Sirianni collapse again like that, then
He'll be
it's
crying
going
his
to be
way out the door. He's about to
yeah,
leave in
but
there.
because I even have diehard fans come up to me all the time, and I told them, I said, y'all were 10-1, and I said, there's no way that you guys should have collapsed like that. I said it was definitely something internal, and they were like, yeah. A lot of them said the exact same thing I said. I said it was internal. Y'all internally beat yourselves.
And they
So.
kept pointing the finger at somebody else. Think about it. It was Fangio's protege who got
Yep.
relegated to a different position. Then you bring in Matt Patricia, who's a defensive coach and made him your OC. Steichen left the year before. Gannon left the year before. And basically this nucleus of a Super Bowl team as coaching
Right.
staff.
Right. So then you got the AFC North. I think the AFC North is going to be one of probably the most exciting division to watch this year. Though that's going to be a tight race between